Hey everyone, welcome to your February 2022 astrological forecast and a very happy Valentine's Day to everyone this month. Special thank you to my loyal subscribers who continue to support me and like and share and comment on my videos. Thank you so very much. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. And also check out the links below in the description box. There's one there to my website where you can learn more about the chart services that I offer. There's also a link to something called Ask Me a Question, and it's for those of you who only want to know just a few things about your chart. Okay? And also check out my weekly forecast, which I will be starting again. Okay, so now for your forecast. Hi Leo, welcome to your February 2023 astrological forecast. So, planets are in Aquarius, your opposite sign in your 7th house where you have the sign of Aquarius. Okay, the sun is here up until the 18th. Mercury will move here on the 11th. Up until that point though, you still have Mercury in Capricorn in your 6th house, okay, of the workplace, the kind of work that you do, your work schedule, your co-workers. Could have been that, because Mercury's been here for a while, going retrograde, then direct again. So a lot of times when Mercury is retrograde in this area, a lot of confusion occurring in the workplace, especially in regards to how the work should be done, or assignments, or just some kind of confusion. People not really understanding directions about how to do a job, but a lot of times it's because it's the way it was explained to them. It's not your fault or your co-worker's fault. It's whoever, was in charge, or who it was who was supposed to give directions or an explanation as to how something is done. Okay, they just, they just left it up in the air. They weren't very detailed, is a lot of times what happens. So there could be something like that going on at work where everybody's getting everything back to normal, kind of. Could also be where your work schedule was kind of all, kind of screwed up in a way. There could have been at least even a couple days where you were late to work, or had to come in early, or, something or other, something like that, or you had to stay late, whatever. But also, though, 6th house is the house of health. There could have been something going on here where you were trying to, maybe you have been, visiting the doctor whenever, and you were trying to get your test results or anything, any kind of information about your visit, even if it's just paperwork that was kind of hard to, I don't know, get anybody to send you, or they understand exactly what it was you wanted. How hard could it be, right? But these things kind of happen when Mercury goes retrograde here. And, it could have been, this is the house of small pets, okay, where you had your eye on, let's say, even like a cat or dog, at a shelter or whatever, and you were, trying to figure out, should I get a cat or a dog right now, or should I wait, or, went back and forth, and I'm pretty sure that you probably got that cat or dog, okay? So anyways, when planets, the sun and Mercury, are in your 7th house of your partnerships and close relationships with a friend or a business partner or a romantic partner. And this is also the house of arrangements and agreements, even the written word such as a contract. And it's also the house of open enemies, or competition, or just someone that just knowingly, and I mean everybody knows it, gets on your nerves. You or this other person just don't get along, and you're both aware of it, and it's not really a big deal, you know, no big secret, okay? But there is a full moon in your sign, in your first house on the 5th, okay? So it's directly across from this 7th house of Aquarius. So it's occurring, whatever is happening with you has reached like a boiling point, because that's what the full moon does, is it will bring a problem to the surface so it can be dealt with, so it can be done away with. Now, it isn't always pleasant, you know, maybe whomever doesn't, you know, like whatever it is you have to say. Big deal, right? You still have Saturn in Aquarius in your 7th house, okay? So it has put a bit of a damper on your close relationships. Usually it's somebody holding you back or smothering you in some way or other, or just preventing you from, like, I don't know, living in a way, you know what I mean? If it's romantic, this person could really be trying to tie you down, I don't know, prevent you from doing lots of things, you know. But they could be putting like a real damper on your personality, squashing it or squelching it or whatever in some way or other, okay? Very confining. If it's a business partner, the same thing. It's like they give you limited say in the business. All of a sudden they've moved in and have taken over, you know, all the decision making, and that's not the way the business was originally run, okay? As far as a friendship, that's another thing too, is a friend could become like a real pain in the ass, just like a real Debbie Downer, you know, or just a burden in some way or other. You feel like you have to include them in everything that you do. Okay, when you're out with your group of friends or you're getting together with other people, it's almost like they don't want you to have a life of your own. They have to be part of your life, okay, for some reason or other. So that's what this full moon does. Any kind of problem that you're having with one of these relationships, that's when all this will come out, you know, give or take a day or two, you know, before or after, you know, either the setting for something like this to take place could occur. If not, you know, it's just something that in your mind maybe you would think, you know, I got to talk to them about this, or have a talk with so and so. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to happen around this full moon, but it is occurring in your first house, the full moon, okay? Could be just something very minor that occurs that's very annoying, and it's kind of like amplified because it's something that keeps occurring, but because it's occurring around a full moon, you've just had it, can't take it anymore. Okay, so then the sun moves into Pisces, into your 8th house where you have Pisces. On the 18th, Venus is here up until the 20th, and Neptune's still in Pisces, okay? And there's a new moon in Pisces on the 20th. So this is actually pretty nice, you know, especially having Venus in the 8th house of other people's resources and money. A lot of times people may gift you with stuff right now even. Doesn't necessarily have to be money. They could just, I don't know, be out shopping even and see something that they know you would like. Something small, doesn't have to be something real big. And they'll pick it up for you. They'll buy it for you. Also, having Venus here does make, let's say, borrowing money a lot easier. If you need to borrow money or anything, borrow anything from someone. In fact, they may just give it to you rather than just loan it to you. But if you do have to, let's say, like approach like a bank or someplace like that, or you want an increase in credit on your credit cards, this would be the time to do it when Venus is here, because these people are more likely to want to work with you, you know. Also, this is the house of inheritances and legacies, but I really don't see anything too much like that happening right now. The new moon that occurs here on the 20th could bring, it brings a new beginning in this area. So maybe some of the problems that you're having with one of your close relationships that we were talking about earlier, okay, has something to do with money, or that maybe you're spending too much, or they're spending too much, or what to do with usually limited resources, or a certain amount of money that maybe you have to, that maybe you don't want to spend it. Maybe this person does. If this is business related, that's one of those factors usually anyways. If it's romantic or if it's friendship, you just could feel like, boy, I really like my friend, or whatever, but they're costing me too much money. They keep want me to do all this stuff, and it's too expensive, and I can't afford it, whatever. So at this time, too, someone could pick up the tab for you, They could pay for something of yours, even if it's a bill, just a small bill. I always say like a streaming service or something like that, or maybe even your cell phone, and who knows how small or large that is, whatever. So then, okay, Venus moves into Aries on the 20th, where you have Aries in your chart as your 9th house, and Jupiter is already there. And these two planets are the most wonderful planets in our solar system, in the zodiac. Okay, so when they get together, it's like really good fortune, good times. And this is occurring in your 9th house of long distance travel. And having Jupiter transiting here anyway, it's usually when people take that dream trip or trip of a lifetime. They visit somewhere they've always wanted to go. 9th house is foreign travel, okay, traveling to another country or at a distance. You don't have to actually go to another country, though. But you could take some kind of long distance trip, okay. 9th house is also the house of higher learning, okay, so you could even travel to, like, take part in some kind of adventure, even. It could even be educational or historic that you're, like, checking out. It's an interest of yours that you've always had. This is also the house of outer space, okay. So it could be something like that, not that you'll be getting on any kind of rocket right now, unless you got tons and tons of money to pay for the trip, pay for the fuel, right? But it's something like that, 9th house is also social media, internet, publishing, foreign anything, okay, foreign people, languages, cultures. You could have more contact with them, even more so now with Venus being here. And if it's not in person, it could be online. It could be in social media online. You could just actually, like, suddenly get a chance to travel, and it could be for romantic reasons. You could be having a long distance romance, or it's just someone doing something really nice for you, but it's because they want to see you, okay? So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Leo on the 4th, 5th, and 6th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Aquarius, and those dates are the 18th and 19th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of speculation or gambling, and anything to do with children is the 1st, 14th, 15th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. The best time for money is the 6th, 7th, 8th, 20th, and 21st. The best time for your career is the 24th, 25th, and 26th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 9th, 10th, 11th, 22nd, and 23rd. So, happy Valentine's Day to you. And you know what? Don't forget to check out my weekly forecast, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.